In today's episode, we'll be talking about the upcoming game Illuvium. What is it, and how can we get involved? Hello, welcome to my space. Welcome, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night. I appreciate you stopping by. Today, we're going to be checking out a new upcoming project called Illuvium. This is a AAA game that's coming out in 2022. And they're going to release an open beta soon. They're going to have some land sales, and this is another play to earn game. So you will be owning NFTs in this space. You can make some money with it, and it will be a highly competitive esports game as well. So I just want to briefly go into this and dive into what Illuvium is, what we can expect. Here we have an intro. They kind of go into a little bit of the story here. All right. So what are alluvials? Alluvials are the creatures in the game that we will be able to go out and capture from our adventures. You can use these things called shards, which we'll talk about later, which are kind of like your Pokeballs if you're comparing it to the game Pokemon. But there will be 100 different alluvials according to this post, but this is their white paper that they released over a year ago, and now we're being told there's probably going to be 150, maybe 151 or so alluvials at launch whenever they finally release the game. So there's many to choose from. They have many different attributes. You're still comparing this to Pokemon. You've got like your water, your fire, your earth. And so moving on, there will be a sort of team building part of the game where you want to collect different alluvials. You want to collect the different cards. Like in Pokemon, you need a many of the same fire types or water types, and you can use those together to create really strong teams, right? And build a synergy. Same way if you're familiar with team fight tactics, you have different units that you put onto the board that share the same attributes, and they'll become stronger together. You also have affinities. So here it breaks down. They'll have 5 base affinities: water, fire, earth, air, and nature. And then each of these affinities can be paired with each other as well. So you can have an alluvial that is part water, part fire, an alluvial that is part water, part earth, and so on, as well as double water. So double water is maelstrom, and so on. So here we go. We're moving on. The alluviary is going to be a Pokedex, if you will, of all the alluvials out there that you can possibly catch. So just like in Pokemon, if you're familiar, whenever you went out, you encountered a new Pokemon, your Pokedex would update, and it would reveal some new information about the Pokemon you might not have known. It would give you base stats on like how tall it is, how heavy it is, its different move types that it could do, etc. So this will be a similar thing as well. So your alluviary will reveal information about each of the alluvials as you catch them, as you encounter them, revealing some of their backstory, some of their history possibly, and sharing some insight into each one of them as you play the game. The next thing here is the in-game purchases. So everybody's kind of interested because in blockchain gaming, in these NFTs, most of them like Axie Infinity, etc., you have to purchase something in order to play the game. But right now, all we're being told is we have to spend money on these in-game purchases or fees that are corresponding with actions that you'll be taking in order to travel, in order to cure shards, which again are like your Pokeballs. We can imbue or modify our game elements like weapons, gear, our drone that mines resources and gathers resources for us. We will be able to wager on battles in the arena against other people and be able to claim Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies from our winnings in our arena battles. Then there will also be a medical fee of some sort. So whenever you battle with your alluvials, they will get hurt, and you will have to go to either probably like a Poke Center type place, if you will, to pay to have your alluvials healed, or maybe we'll have some sort of item, kind of like the shard curing that they give to us, that we can use to use a potion or something to heal up our alluvials there. And then here's the Obelisk Travel that I mentioned. So the obelisk is something that they've told us that we will have to interact with to go out and get teleported into the world and adventure the different zones that we can find these alluvials at within the world of Illuvium. And then we can also enhance certain alluvials with different things. And we'll get more into that later. So yes, we will be able to adventure. This is a MMORPG in a form of sense that it's like World of Warcraft. You will have a character. You can completely explore the world of Illuvium, but the battles themselves will take place in a board setting where you have cards. You have your alluvials, your pieces that you will place down on the board, and they will battle it out. But you do have control over the placements. There's two different styles of arenas in the game. So we've been told that there will be a ranked arena, and then there will be a Leviathan arena. And the difference is basically the Leviathan arena will be no holds barred action, where you can put in your strongest alluvials, whatever you've captured, whatever you've evolved, whatever you've modified and strengthened, whatever their strengths are, whatever their IVs are. If you're familiar with Pokemon are caught with varying EVs and IVs that make them strong or weak. The alluvials will have something similar as well. So you will have some that are stronger than others naturally, and you can use those to win your Leviathan battles, and you will have an edge over opponents because of that, or you might have a disadvantage over your opponents because of those factors as well. So you'll be able to use like your perfect alluvials to be able to battle with against other people, whereas the ranked arena is the complete opposite. What we're told in the ranked arena is that you can go into the ranked arena and use even your base tier 1 alluvials, and you'll possibly have access to the entire evolution chain of that one alluvial as long as you own one of it. And they will all be of equal power to the same alluvials that your opponent will be using. So everybody is set on a base even scale, right? And so at that point, it's down to like your strategy and kind of your poker match between your opponent on which alluvials you're placing out there to counter with, etc. So we're going to move on. You do have weapons and armor that we will be crafting in the game, so your character will actually be on the board with your alluvials we've seen in some of the clips, and they will have a gun, they'll have a sword, they'll have different kinds of armor. You'll be able to imbue this armor with different traits that will be able to synergize with the alluvials that you actually place on the board in the fights. And so you can customize your character down to the finest detail to help you win battles. And imbues are mentioned here, which are just cosmetic changes, right? So you can flex on your opponents, you can flex inside the game of Illuvium with your character, with your alluvials themselves. There will be different things you can modify and add cosmetically within the game through blueprints and other means as well. And so you also can mine and harvest these materials that we'll be using to make the armors, make the weapons, make the imbues and the blueprints. and the drone that you start out with. We've been told that the drone that follows the character around in the cinematic that we've been given is called Mozart, but there may be other types of drones. He might not be the only one out there at launch. There might be a few others to choose from, but he follows the character around in that cinematic, and he looks pretty cool. And he's the one that gathers your resources for you, your mining, everything you need. And then the shards, back to the shards here, we're talking about your Pokeballs. So your shards will be of different variety. We've been told you can have tier 1 shards, tier 2, tier 3, 4, and 5. And it's kind of like in Pokemon, you had different strengths of Pokeballs. You had the regular Pokeball, the Great Ball, the Ultra Ball, the Master Ball, and everything in between. I'm not going to go into all of them because there's a bunch, and we're not talking about Pokemon here. But there's 5 tiers of shards, and they will have different strengths as well. So whenever you go into the higher tier zones and you're trying to catch those hard to catch alluvials, you'll need the higher tier shards. So and that's pretty much all I want to cover in this video. If you like this video, if you want more, please click the like button, subscribe. We look forward to sharing more information with you in the future. Thank you.
Welcome to my own space. 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 Welcome to my own space.